Hello people and welcome to the Organised Nonsense podcast. My name is Kevin Smith and I'm here with Christian Broderick. Almost introduced Reidy out of force of habit, but I didn't. Reidy is...
This is the exact reason why I was hoping you'd fuzz up with the pronouns.
I didn't.
Yeah, but I was hoping you would because you do it out of habit.
Yeah, I saved it. So yeah, Reidy isn't here. Yeah, so it's just me and Christian. How are things?
Yeah, that's why, because fuck it. We've decided to advance on our Organised Nonsense takeover plan. It'll just be me and him from now on. I know our subscriber count will definitely lose everyone because of this change, but I'm pretty sure we'll grow to appreciate it in time.
People listen for us.
Yeah.
Robert, you listen, don't you? Robert?
Joking aside, Reidy just does not have good headphones right now.
Yeah, his headphones broke.
But yeah, headphones problem. That's the thing. So now it's going to be two of us in a rather short episode because I want to talk about Sonic Forces and I can't let Kevin have a good night without having heard me yell about Sonic Forces for.
I mean, I'm interested to hear about it.
Yeah, because I think what was it, on the Friday I was in school. Did I talk about it at all?
A bit.
I think.
Yeah, you talked about it.
I think I brought it up, but I didn't go any further into it because I was pretty fucking tired. But yeah, it's terrible. All right. Let's start with our usual week thing. What did you do?
So it's been what, 2 weeks? Nothing really. Played more Mario Odyssey. It's good. Yeah.
Have you gotten close to finishing it at all?
I think so. I think I'm on the last kingdom. If not the last, one of the last. It's the one after the Luncheon Kingdom, which is actually pretty cool.
You're telling me that as someone who doesn't have a game, I have the game or Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Yeah, I might need to get a Switch for Christmas. Probably going to have to do that. But yeah, so you play Mario Odyssey and that's about it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Didn't do anything for like any when was our last episode? It was
before Halloween.
Before Halloween. So did you do anything on Halloween?
Oh, good question. I went to a party at my friend's house, and like
where they drink.
There was not.
That's good. God. As you know, sessions where you aren't as good when you're not drinking.
Yeah, me and like four of my friends, no, like three of my friends, there was four of us in total, showed up in very similar stuff.
Did you wear costumes?
Yeah, because it was Halloween. I mean, you showed me
I know.
You showed me the picture.
I showed you the picture
of you dabbing.
Yeah, I showed you the picture of me dabbing in the death costume. So yeah, this is what did you wear?
I was a really shit Dio from part 1. Basically, I was just in a suit.
You just came as yourself.
Hey, I'm not that bad.
You're a white blonde boy. You're Aryan. That's why he's evil.
So, what about you? What did you do for Halloween?
I went to a small. It was a party. It was good. We watched some films. We didn't drink, but we had sweets, and that was good.
Yeah, that's what we did. I got apple flavored fucking popcorn, and it was mank.
We were eating pizza, and my slice was stolen by the dog. I just left the slice there for a bit to cool down, I looked back and the dog was eating it off the plate, and he ran away with it. I couldn't help but laugh at it. But yeah, that's what happened on Halloween. Let's see. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, we might as well get into it.
Okay. Where is my copy so I can read from you the blurb here. Join the uprising. The evil Dr. Eggman has taken control of the world. Now you must fight iconic old villains. Because Zavok. Because as you know, Zavok from Lost World, who no one knows about, is truly iconic, and fight a powerful new Edgy the Hedgy to reclaim the world in this epic new adventure.
Please tell me it says Edgy the Hedgy.
No, that was something added by me.
Oh.
Exclusive bonus items. Persona 5 costume with human hands.
Oh, what? Human hands?
You what? You haven't seen the character editor when you select no gloves and no feet. I mean no shoes. Their feet are human and their hands are human and it looks monstrous.
That's weird. That's really weird.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. I needed to look it up in like your spare time. It's fucking weird. But yeah. It's not a good game. I didn't expect it to be good, but it actually was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, like what did you expect?
I expected something shit and I got something worse is what happened.
Like you expected nothing and were still disappointed.
Yeah, because somehow, like I expected, in my mind, basically the level design to be an equivalent of Sonic Generations if it was Mario Maker and a 7-year-old made it.
Oh.
I got something worse than that, apparently. That's possible. But I might as well talk about, of course, the story is like, yeah, Eggman's taken over the world, 99.9% of the world, which is given an exact figure somehow.
I mean, 99.9 is like a pretty, like, it's used a lot.
Sonic is dead.
Oh, what? No. Not my snack.
And then later he's not dead. For some reason, because at the start of the game he's like beaten by Infinite. He is the toughest of ways. He is the roughest of days. All that shit. And then he's beaten by Metal Sonic, who is there, and Shadow, who is also there, and Zavok. And that's the way Roger Craig Smith pronounces the name for some reason.
Which one is
Zavok?
Which one is Zavok? Which one is Zavok?
He's the Red Bowser. He's the
him
from Lost World. Lost World, who no one remembers. And for some reason they decided to bring him back because everyone loves Lost World. No, they don't. That's sarcasm.
I've heard mixed things. I've heard mixed things about Lost World. I mean, I know most people hated it. But yeah, I heard it was bad Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, it is bad. And then Sonic's beaten, he's taken away and presumed dead. And for some reason, Knuckles becomes the leader of a resistance. And then the recruit is your avatar, who just happened to be there at the exact right moment to not be killed. And also Sonic's not dead, but he has been tortured for 6 months. They never tell you how or why he was tortured.
I remember you saying this, yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, they explicitly mention Sonic was tortured for 6 months. But when you see him, he's perfectly fine and they never bring it up again. Also, Knuckles' beautiful line, "None of this is good, Vector. That's why it's called war." Oh, God, no. And, so yeah, it's shit. And the gameplay is even worse. It's a straight line, but not just any straight line. A straight line where they somehow managed to import the physics from Lost World into something that doesn't work with it.
Is it actually as bad as? Is it actually like what's it called? Sonic Runners or whatever it's called.
Sonic Runners is a better game than this. At least you can fucking do shit. This game is just okay. Straight line, one or two shortcuts that last for like a second, and that's it. You just walk in a straight line, and the enemies can't do anything. In fact, one person literally walked in front of an enemy in a video and watched as it failed to do anything in any sort of harm. Most of the enemies, if not all of them, just stand still and wait for you to kill them. And also, people have taken screenshots of the amount of times enemies are just lined up in a straight line so you can run into them.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw that, yeah.
Which leads to the unfortunate scenario in that if you're not boosting, you get hit.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid.
But also, there isn't any momentum. So there's slow and there's really heavy. Like, Sonic can't jump properly. He cannot jump at all. He can only fucking just hit the air and then fall straight down, which is just wonderful when you're trying to avoid things. But, speed makes this even worse. You can't stop him at all. Like, how do I explain it? It's like, like momentum implies that you're building up the speed slowly. When you're running, for some reason, he goes from slow to incredibly quick in a second. And this goes for every single one of the characters. And when they're like this, every time they jump, you can't pull back. And basically, you can't do anything. You can just run in a straight line for the entire level and watch that happen. And not to mention, like, classic Sonic is horrible. It's just horrific. They basically messed up all of. It's just physically, it controls shit, and they I don't know how to explain it exactly, but they somehow made it worse in Generations where the characters controlled fine. Here, you can't control them at all. And, like, you can tell they did not give a shit about anything in the previous games. I think because most of the level designers were new. If not, they were introduced in Lost World. And you can tell, because in one of Sonic's levels, there's an auto-scroller. An auto-scroller in a Sonic game.
Jesus.
How does that... I don't see how this connects to what I've bought the game for. Although I'm happy to report I didn't pay full price for this game. I paid $30 because my copy was delayed a couple of days by GameStop, presumably as a sign not to buy the game. But fuck it, I'm stupid. I paid for it. Did
they give you a discount?
They gave me €10 off.
Oh, that was good.
So you can guess why the game isn't full price, because it's a piece of shit. The music's awful, and obviously, because they also don't have any sort of, shall we say, creativity. Most, if not all, the levels just have ripped aesthetics from the other games. If Reidy was here, I'd basically be quoting all the horrible lines in this game along with him, including, Green Hill's looking a lot more like Sand Hill right now.
Oh, I heard that, yeah.
It's painful, suffering. Yeah, people say they like the voice acting in this game. I hate it. I think it's Roger Craig Smith's worst. I think the writing, not just the writing, but like the actual voice acting is just mediocre. I mean, the game's mediocre, but like, you just don't do anything. Like, I've never had to say you only walk in straight lines for a Sonic game before. It's ridiculous. And they also use QuickTime events. You know what those are, right?
Yeah, I'm not retarded.
Well, yeah, but you don't play games.
Yeah, but I've played games with like QuickTime events in them
but like
before.
these QuickTime events are so long and boring, and the timer doesn't stop during them. It's literally just there's no reason to play the game. I beat the game in a few hours. The whole thing. There's 30 levels, but all of them are so short. They're so fucking short, and like there's no story progression at all. It's just one thing after another. It's oh yeah, and do you know the reason why? Because like advertisements for this game played up the mystery of why
Yeah.
Shadow abandoned Sonic and why Infinite's there. And, ooh, you better play the game, find out. Turns out, Shadow being evil, that's just a clone. There isn't actually an. Shadow's actually still good. That's just a fake that Infinite made. There's no reason for it being there. Which is funny considering how there's an official piece of advertisement that literally says, when your friends betray you, who have you got to trust? With Shadow in a fiery background with a burning picture. I showed you this before, like a year ago maybe. Or like it's Shadow in a fiery background and there's just a burning picture of Sonic and Shadow. But no, there was no betrayal. It's just a fake. And you don't even fight Chaos in this game. He's just doesn't appear in the game. And oh, it's so bad. I can't even begin to describe how horrible it is because it's just shit. Don't buy it. Please don't buy it. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrific. I don't know. Maybe it's because the level designers were new, or maybe because they were still designing things with Lost World in mind. Because that game was great. Truly, auto scrollers. Yeah, that's what Sonic needs. Auto scrollers. So yeah, it's a piece of shit. And also, funnily enough, on the physical European version, the episode Shadow DLC doesn't work. They haven't patched it in yet. They also still need to patch in Super Sonic, but people have hacked the game and got him in it anyway.
Why?
You've heard like the crappy classic Sonic music now, haven't you?
What do you mean?
All right, I'm gonna send you a link in the Discord. I just want you to listen to this shit, fucking live reaction. Green Hill, classic, Sonic Forces. It's like this is just fucking. This sounds like fucking circus music. This doesn't sound like Sonic the Hedgehog music. And like this music was shown months ago actually in one of the demos, and people assumed that it was just some dumb trailer music that was going to be removed when the game was released. It wasn't removed. It's the actual song, which is amazing considering that the person who composed this game composed a bunch of other very good Sonic games. So here, I'm sending it in the general. I'm too lazy. Here, listen to it. It's horrible.
No. I listened to about a second.
Yeah, no, I just know what they were doing. It gets even worse. Keep listening, please.
No.
No, keep listening. It's so bad, you're gonna fucking cry.
Okay, I don't wanna know.
Go on, do it.
Yeah, I'm listening to it. It might be coming through on the speaker, so I apologize if you can hear it. Yeah.
I don't know what happened here, and they're gonna fuck it up again. They're not gonna, because it's really sad when the last good Sonic game was about 6 years ago. This was supposed to be good. This wasn't good. Oh no, Mania is good, but like this is just fucking horrendous. Absolutely terrible. I hate it. And I again, if like Reidy was here, because Reidy saw some of the cutscenes, so me and him would basically be quoting the bad lines such as, "I will teach you fear, then I will teach you pain." It's so bad. I hate it. So yeah, I did that, and I want to get rid of the game as fast as possible. Kevin, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just letting you. No, I was just letting you finish what you said.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have bought this. It's just shit. It's just shit. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened here at all. But hey, I mean, I guess playing Rouge the Bat. Why not?
Mm. Yeah.
I also played Castlevania Oreo Sorrow. It's good. It's really good. I like it, but it's a bit too clunky. It's like the last Game Boy Advance game they made in the series.
Oh. Hmm.
So yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's basically it. I mean, I don't have time for anything else.
Yeah. Hold on.
Again, Forces I beat in a day. That took me a couple of hours.
So hold on.
So
Give me a second. I'm trying to load something up. Yeah, I think we have a news thread.
Did something? I don't remember something happening this week
So-
or last week.
So Microsoft have stopped manufacturing the Kinect.
We mentioned that last week, didn't we?
Did we?
I think we did.
Oh yeah. Oh crap! This is the old news thread.
Let's just cut in audio from the last.
Never
episode.
mind. Yeah, this is.
Hold on. Organized Nonsense episode. What was it?
81.
Hush, no, Kevin. 89. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna cut in random audio clips from our old episode, and we're gonna watch that.
No, let's not.
Yay! Kevin's got shit audio apparently.
Okay, that seems like a good place to end off this really short podcast.
Wait. I mean, we can talk about something.
Could we?
Probably. We talk about things sometimes, Kevin.
We do. See, I try to get you to talk about things, but you never want to.
No, we did. Like fucking Friday, we talked about hot chocolate. And we talked about how good chocolate was.
Oh yeah, and you talked about how you put water in your hot chocolate.
No, yes, because it's better than what my mom does. All right, I'm gonna say this out loud. Fucking, my mom does not know how to make hot chocolate at all. It's like
she's gonna walk in.
What you're supposed to do is supposed to fucking put you're not supposed to mix everything in and then put it in a microwave. You're supposed to fucking heat it up in like a kettle or something.
You don't put milk in a kettle. That's how you break your kettle.
No, I put hot water. I put hot water in mine, and then I put milk.
Oh
in.
yeah.
Hey, it's better than what my mom does. She puts it in a fucking microwave after putting it all in, and she takes it out, she stirs it, and she puts it back in. And she does that like 2 or 3 times. It's horrible. Oh, what's this? Just a Ninja? Oh, is that Thomas?
No, that's a friend of mine. That's one of our viewers, Robert.
Wait, no, this is clearly what? Let's see here. A brief study of furry anarchy and the post. What the fuck?
What?
I just went onto his channel. The first video I see is a brief study of furry anarchy.
Okay.
Special mention to our viewer. So yeah, we can talk about things. Let's see.
Yeah, no, you're making hot chocolate wrong, Christian.
I'm not. I'm making it right. I mean, what do you do?
So, okay, I don't drink hot chocolate because I don't really like it, but I know what you're supposed to do.
Disgraceful. You're disgraceful.
So what you do, right, is you put the hot chocolate in the cup, right? And then you heat up milk in a pan, and then you pour that milk into the chocolate powder. It's not rocket science.
Well, no, you're wrong.
How?
But yeah. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, aren't we supposed to get like a new writer for the blog now?
Yeah, that's Robert. Justin Ninja Earl. That's some
Well,
reaction.
let's say goodbye to him.
Hey, like, he's pretty chill.
Well, I feel more like he's going to be leaving after he watches this.
For the record, yeah, he's gonna be listening to this. Like,
I don't know, maybe we could accidentally call him again.
no, yeah, he was like, yeah,
Actually,
I'll come on the podcast more.
Okay, let's set up our TV tropes page and introduce him as the Scrappy.
The Scrappy.
Yeah, this the the guy who everyone hates who was added in the later episodes.
Jesus.
Hey, we were always there. In
That's
which case,
that's
Jim,
all of
Jim,
us though. That's all of
Jim,
us. We're
no,
all
I think
the
Jim.
We're
Jim
all
was
the
Scrappy.
So yeah, that new writer that you're talking about is Justin Ninja.
Yeah. And I wonder if he believes in furry anarchy, then maybe he'll like Sonic Forces. But yeah. Let's see. What else? Well,
Like, okay, like, so, okay, let me think. So, oh yeah, I got
did you see
Oh, wait, when you go first?
Hmm?
No, you go first.
Did you see Reidy yesterday?
What?
The party.
Oh yeah, I saw the tweets. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like,
Does that happen every time? Do you go to a party where everyone's drinking?
What?
Where it's just like you're sitting there watching as everyone is drunk and you're just sitting there on Twitter?
I mean, like, in the ones I go to, not everyone is drunk. Only it's usually just one person.
Oh, and that person is fucking Peter McKeown.
I've never gone to a party that Peter McKeown has been at. Like, it's usually not with people from school.
You want to go to the devs?
I don't want to know what Peter's like drunk.
He's probably like really articulate. Like the alcohol just somehow opens an unaccessed part of his brain.
Jesus, that's
It's
mean.
It's like Homer Simpson after he gets the crayon removed from his brain. He just becomes incredibly smart. The only time I ever went to a party where people was drunk was at Deb's, and that was horrible. Because everyone was drunk before they arrived.
Oh yeah, what?
People do that sometimes, where it's like in order to because I think at like Deb's they charge more for alcohol or something.
I mean,
So, like,
probably.
They just preemptively get drunk.
Yeah.
So like I was there early, and then everyone just showed up, and everyone besides the person I was with obviously were drunk off their asses. There was a horrible smell of alcohol and smokes in the air the whole time. It was not a good experience.
Yeah, like, I'm not sure I'm gonna go to mine, ours even. Like, I'd like to go, but like none of our friends are going. Like, you're not going. I think the only one.
Yeah, of course.
Like, Cahill's the only one going.
Also, funnily enough, the teachers can drink too. So.
Yeah, but like, they were drinking on the Barcelona trip.
Oh yeah, you told me this Mr. White was drunk on that trip.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, okay, he wasn't drunk. Like, he wasn't falling over himself, but he was like tipsy.
That's still,
maybe a
like,
little
way
more. Yeah,
that's
like,
still like way more than a teacher should be.
yeah, and this was and this and this is when I had a blood nose.
You like
And
get injured every time you go on a trip.
I mean, not all the time, just most of the time.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, but like fucking. Well, it'll lose one thing. But hey, that Barcelona trip sounds mad every time you guys bring it up.
Yeah, like I was trying to hop.
What was that one about?
What was the one about what?
I was gonna ask about the one where Kyle fucking screwed up the toilet. What was that?
Oh, that, yeah. I don't want to talk. I don't want to say that on a recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Alright, what about the one where you guys were
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Yeah, you tell me later. Tell me tomorrow. But like, fucking, what was that one where you guys were jumping over balconies and shit?
Okay, yeah, like we weren't jumping over balconies, but like, so we weren't allowed into each other's rooms. But and Cahill went to sleep, and I wanted to go into the room next door to us because I was like, 3 of the lads. And so, like, the teachers were out in the hall, so we had to go over the balcony. So I pushed the table up against the glass partition that separated it, like stood up on it, tried to I had to kind of lift myself over the glass thing, like nearly
break down.
Like I nearly castrated myself in the process. Oh
gosh.
Like there was a friend of mine was like, he was on the other side, but you could tell that if I fell, he'd just run away, or not run away, but like he'd move out of the way and wouldn't catch me.
Trust between friends.
I mean, I can't blame him. I'd do the same.
Standing tall on the wings of my feet. But like, wait, didn't the teacher go into one of the rooms at some point?
No.
No, I thought like I heard something about you going underneath a couch or something.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't in our room, but in another room. So a guy was in another person's room, and they were watching. And they were watching like a soccer match on a TV or something. So your man hides in the closet when the teacher comes in to inspect it. And then the teacher sees that they're watching the match and just sits down.
Oh yeah, he watches the rest of it.
Yeah, he watches like half the match or something. So your man's in the closet and they forget he's there.
Oh dear God.
So like an hour later, he comes out of the closet when the lights are off and they're all half asleep, and just scares the shit out of them. I remember the scream.
How do you forget someone's in your closet?
Quite easily, apparently. Like,
God, I'm so happy. I'm part happy I didn't go, and part upset I didn't see any of that shit.
Yeah, it was class.
Oh God. That probably was. School trips are No, because I never went on a school trip where everyone was sleeping in the same hotel.
What else is there? I don't know.
Yeah, let's recount our childhood memories.
Let's not.
What? Don't you want to talk about that one kid in primary school?
Who?
What? Didn't you tell me this story before about the kid who he went up to a sub and grabbed her? And
yeah. Oh yeah. He. No, that's not what happened.
Wait, that isn't? I thought like
no,
he grabbed a sub and then he said that my dad's gonna beat me and he ran out.
I mean that's a very loose way of loose interpretation of what happened. Like, yeah, you got the first part kind of right. He got caught, then yeah, like it wasn't a case of like it happened and then he instantly ran away. He was sent out in the hall and was like crying because he got caught basically air humping the teacher, and then he just ran away from school. Like he just ran out the door, and the police had to be called and everything.
Yeah, God, that sounds amazing.
What's
It's like Carl told me something about like him saying that his dad was gonna beat him.
Yeah, like what? Like what was the craziest story from your from your primary school?
Well, obviously,
Or
I have
like
a few because
the three
I
of
was
them.
I was in 3 primary schools. No, because here's the thing: in my first primary school, we didn't have a playground. We did have a car park, which they let us go into as a playground. So we had a bunch of kids getting. So we had a bunch of kids getting stuck underneath the fucking cars.
Yeah, my friend, in a different class, he was messing around with another guy who took his shoe off him and threw it out the window, and it landed on top of a teacher's car in the car park.
Oh yeah, like cars get broken pretty easily in primary school. Let me tell you. Let me think. There was that one time where they randomly gave us McDonald's instead of our normal school lunch. They never told us why. They just did.
They what?
Yeah, my first primary school, randomly instead of our normal school lunch, they gave us McDonald's.
What? Just they brought in McDonald's?
I did tell you, but the first primary school I was in a business park outside of Blackpool.
What? In a business park?
Yeah, it's fucking, what was it, like some sort of whale skull. Because, like, for some reason, I don't know why, the first 3 years were in, like, a small primary school behind the North Mon. You know what that one is, right?
Yeah.
And then the later 3 years, not the later couple of years, I should say, were moved to, no, not there, no. Were moved to a fucking business park. And then, obviously, my parents sort of realized that the school was very unfit for doing anything, so they moved me to Sunday as well, which was it was not good. You could get away with anything in that school. I mean anything.
We terrorized our teacher in 6th class. Like, I didn't, but like the rest of the class did.
Why would you ever be a primary school teacher?
I don't know.
You're just asking for punishment that way. Because primary school is without a doubt the worst. Like there is just a void. There is a void where everything goes. Did I tell you about the time where I climbed up to the ceiling of a bathroom once?
What? No, but I really want to hear.
Well, like because the bathrooms in that school had like there were like kind of this small hallway that had like about fucking I'd say like a meter apart from each other, more than enough for a small primary school kid to put their legs up on one wall, their back to the other wall, and just sort of squeeze their way up to the ceiling. And I got to the ceiling that way. It was a very Spider-Man moment for a small kid. Although you can really get away with anything in that school. Like a bunch of times there were just kids sent up because they cursed a lot in class. God, they did not give a fuck.
Yeah, like I don't know. Flipping.
No, because like it was like we were on that trip and to what was it? It was that hill in Killarney we were walking up in TY, wasn't it? That mountain thing.
When was this?
No, in TY we were on a bonding trip.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about primary school, and I think you mentioned something about Carl.
What?
You mentioned like a bunch of these primary school stories to me when we were walking up there.
Did we?
I can't remember a lot of them.
I don't. Sounds like something I would have done.
I think I did that. And then remember the part where you fucked yourself on the mountain and you fell off and you died.
Oh yeah, I love that part.
Yeah, I did that, didn't I? Oh god. Fucking, what was it? It was that trip in 5th year where like Misha was, what was it? Not Misha. It was that kid who sold some.
Yeah, we should probably not use names, but whatever.
Not use names, but whatever. No one watches this. Who cares? You know the one thing that always gets me, still to this day, the time where we let Jim write a fan fiction about me.
I forgot about that.
You forgot about that? I fucking remember that every day now.
What was it?
it was like this weird Apollo Justice thing where.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to
didn't,
me.
He didn't explicitly use my name, but the description of the character and the name were heavily inspired by me, because he knew I hated that game, so he decided, in his utmost wisdom, to write a 1.5-page long. Keep in mind the font was very small. 1.5-page long sex fic that I think is still there. I think that's I came about from like a bunch of jokes we were making on Twitter, and then he took one of them too seriously and decided to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He was fired for a reason.
He wasn't fired. He like came out of nowhere.
How could this happen to me? Yeah, we've reached 40 minutes. I think we can stop now.
Yeah. So yeah,
we got the ad revenue. We're good.
Yeah, bringing in that sweet ad money.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see you next week. Hopefully, Reidy will be back with functioning headphones. Yeah, see you next week, people.